Today we're going to discuss parts of an equation. So there's a few different parts to the equation. So let's start from the left side and move our way right. So we have our 3 right here. Our 3 is going to be known as a coefficient. Now our coefficient is a number attached to a variable. It's attached through multiplication. But coefficients always have a variable next to them. They're never without one. Okay? Next, we have x. X is our variable. Variables are our unknowns. We're trying to figure out what their value is. So, most of the time it's going to be a letter now. In a lot of case scenarios, you're going to see X. In some cases, you might see another letter like R, Y, A, B, C, D. The list goes on. Next, we have this -5. -5 and 16 are going to be our constants. Constants are numbers that have no variables attached. They don't want variables. They like being by themselves. They don't want anything attached to them. So constants, no variables, coefficients with variables. The next thing that we're going to take a look at is something that all of these parts have in common. So we have 3x, -5, and 16, they all have one thing in common. They're each terms. So they're each different parts of the equation. They're each going to be known as terms. So if I look at this equation, 3x minus 5 equals 16, I have 3 different terms. 3x would be 1, -5 would be the second, and 16 would be the third. The last two things I want to discuss are what is separated and created with the use of the equal sign. So on both sides of the equal sign, we have expressions. Expressions are algebraic sentences that don't have an equal sign. Okay, so both sides are expressions. Even if it is just one term, like our example with 16, it's still an expression. Then, with the equal sign, I have this one longer mathematical sentence that says it is an equation. An equation contains the equal sign, an expression does not. So that has been the different parts of algebraic equations. And if you have any questions, please feel free to contact your teacher.